when would you say that the separate self identifies as the seeker, and what to do about it? Sorry for the typing, haha. That's okay. Hi Ponas, thank you so much for your question. When would you say the separate self identifies? I don't know. It's somewhere in childhood. Some people say 3 or 4. I personally remember it happening about 4 or 5. I had learning difficulties, and I remember some form of realization that if I didn't learn to speak and write, maybe it was like 3 or 4, then I wouldn't be allowed to be part of society. And I remember, like, when that happened, there was this feeling of like containment, like I became a size, like I became Lisa. I can't really remember it that well, but sort of vague images of it. And for most people, unless you had like a really abusive childhood or really traumatic events happening in childhood, for most people, they have a sense that life is more free when they were younger. So when they were like 8, 6, 7, 8, it was more freedom. And then as they got older, it got harder and harder. And I get the sense it's because as you get older, more and more seeking happens. You get more and more into the pattern of seeking and to solidifying who you are. So becoming that character and becoming someone, so the habit of it and the energy of it, and then you become more and more contracted. So you have people telling you you've got free will, you've got choice, you're wrong, you're right, you're good, you're bad, you're beautiful, you're ugly. And then the seeking becomes more and more intense. And I feel that what happens through age is generally people become, if they don't work on themselves in some way, more and more unhappy and more like cut off from their feelings. And what to do about it. I wrote it half in, or she wrote it half in capitals, like what to do about it. But he says they say it was an accident. I can't tell if you're a boy or a girl from the name, Ponas. Not that that matters, but you don't know whether to say she or he in English. I could say they. That's the appropriate thing to do. So what to do about it? I don't know really, to be honest with you. I don't know the way to freedom. Yeah, I just know what is. But then I've got theories about things, but I don't know if they're truth. Like, I don't know if that's really the way it is, and it's most probably changing for everybody. But my sense is that what has to be challenged is the beliefs that they will make you happy, that your ideas will make you happy. So normally you have to be able to settle the person down, and then there's the challenging of these beliefs of who you are. So if your person's suffering lots, you can't get to this yet. But once the person's more calm and more settled, then the challenging of who you are and the belief that money or fame or religion or anything will bring you more of what you're looking for than this moment. And then you could call that a surrender. But I don't know how one does that. It just seems to happen or not. You know, I could say until I'm blue in my face this to someone, and whether they do it is God's will, is down to life. They could try as much as they like, but might not be able to settle the personality. So I don't know about that. So my best advice for you is to to balance the person more, and then keep listening to non-duality if you can. I mean, obviously it depends on whether the person does that or not. I know that sounds like lots of contradictions. It's a very complex subject. But thank you for your question.